So what's going on in Florida then? We have DeSantis just kind of announced. Can you help him at all? Like, what's the deal?
This is rough.
He sounds unbelievably corny.
He is.
And everybody tells you, they go, DeSantis is the guy, like he has all the right ideas and this. And then you hear him talk and you just imagine like him pushing his bifocals up his nose every single sentence.
Is that your guy? First?
Yeah, so let me explain it from a different perspective. So you can kind of, it's not. But I'm telling you right now, trust me, if you go watch my clips, their camp can't stand what I say. How the hell do you announce presidency 3rd week of May and you launch your book February 28th and you promote it based on going on 2 different interviews that you do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, however many interviews it is. You don't go on Megyn Kelly. You don't go on different podcasts or sell the book. You don't go anywhere. Everybody forgot about your book. Oh, I just wrote the book. You didn't just write the book. You wrote the book because that's how you run for office. You write a book, you make your launch on Elon Musk, and yesterday on the launch, he would have said, if you want to know what I stand for,
read my book.
1, read my book. 2, go to this website. And yesterday would have been #1 book on Amazon. A few 100,000 people would have bought the book. Then the next promotion layer comes in. Then he would have sold a few million copies. Now we're sitting there saying, wow, I like the way he explained this with his upbringing. So complete screw up on the marketing side. I don't understand what they did there. We were with them a couple weeks ago at the governor's mansion for 6 hours. They invited a small group of 10 or 15 people to sit there and watch him on what's going on, just to see how he handled himself. And I'm kind of watching the whole thing. These are all guys that are DeSantis, great guys. You know some of these names that are in there. I'm in Florida because of him. When we were in Texas and we're thinking about where to build a media company, it was going back to Newport Beach. It was coming down here to Greenwich. It was going to Tennessee. It was Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, or staying in Dallas. DeSantis is the reason why we are in Fort Lauderdale. Because if Texas, which we love, and California, which we love many parts of, if those 2 guys had a baby, it's Florida, okay? So, you know, and by the way, Florida's waiting for you as well to make your move down there here. You know, I know it's going to take a minute, it's going to take a while, it's going to take some wisdom.
It's going to take $100 million offer, that's what
it's offer. You may get something like that.
Okay,
But,
let's talk.
You know, but the point is, Florida to me, with what he's done, great. Now, here's a question. Watch this question. I ask you guys how you answer this. Okay. Who here?
I love you, Pat.
Who here? Watch this. When I answered this,
you would mop the floor with all these guys, dude. It sucks. It sucks you have to be born in America to be president, because you would mop the fucking floor with these guys. It'd be so
charisma. DeSantis is hype man, or like Impractical Jokers. Put an earpiece in him or something.
I just don't know if DeSantis has the charisma. That's it. And I want to get back to it, but like, there's just something so funny about you going up against these guys. I wonder if we had discussed this on your pod. If you do military service, maybe you get to run for president. If you're willing to die for the country, shouldn't you get all the spoils of the country?
Of us.
But no.
Yeah, no.
You? You don't even claim America. I'm American.
Al wants to be Chinese.
I'm
very
American.
Don't you fucking dare.
I roll with the winners, baby.
So you're more American than you. You didn't serve. Pussy called after 9/11 and do nothing. I know I'm pussy.
Listen.
I do think they need to.
You are crazy. You're not American, but you've chosen that. I am pure-blooded American.
Not as much as him?
Technically, more.
Why?
Because I'm born here, unfortunately. That is the rules. That is the rules, yo. Talk to fucking Alexander Hamilton about it.
So maybe we have you run, man. We all campaign behind you.
I don't want to be president.
I've said this.
I don't want to be president. I want you to be president, but I want you to mop the floor with these guys. I think it'd be really funny.
You know, it would be a lot of fun.
Do they melt when you're around them, or do they have some ego?
It's not even. Why would you have an ego? I can't compete. Why would you even be worried about that? I'm not competition. So you can't even think like
they want some donations.
It's automatic.
Bro, I didn't even think about that. Like we were talking about this the other day on the podcast, like how the Kardashians are brilliant at like utilizing other famous people to make them look more famous.
Yeah.
So Kendall Jenner is courtside at the Lakers game, and she's dating Bad Bunny, who's the biggest star on the planet. There's one picture that comes out with them. How is Bad Bunny
sitting
positioned?
like this, and she's, you know,
he's like this, and she's not
face.
even looking at him, right? And it's this genius branding, right, to make her look like the most desired thing on the planet, when you have the guy who is really the most desired person on the planet, like begging for her attention, right? And I wonder if like,
The Kardashian brand can overpower anybody. They can't overpower Bad Bunny. You don't have the Hispanic audience the way Bad Bunny does. Bad Bunny is God to the Hispanic community. You can't overpower Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, have you had Bad Bunny here yet or no?
No,
oh, man, you guys, I'd love to see Bad Bunny with you guys.
Yeah.
We
And
would
wherever
love to
you're
see
watching
that.
this Bad Bunny, you got to be right here with these guys. The
You
world
heard
would
it.
want to see this.
You heard it. I guess what I was trying to say is they're not worried about you competing
Yeah,
with
why
them, the
would
other
you be?
politicians,
I'm a
because you
nobody in the
can't.
political
So they don't
space.
have to
Yeah.
worry when they're interacting with
No.
you. Whereas
Yeah.
every other person these politicians are interfacing with publicly, they have to make sure that they're winning that arrangement, winning that conversation, because it will be used against them.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
his influence is huge, so they have to worry about that.
of course, but the way that they're interfacing is different. Like, for example, let's say Trump and DeSantis are shaking hands and they know all the cameras are there, right? DeSantis can't be this little beta and like kind of curling up against him. DeSantis can kiss your ass like he would a donor, like he would anybody else with influence, because he doesn't have to worry about that
Not all.
competition.
Yeah.
Not even potential competition.
Bro,
Not
why
even on the way
just
up.
run for Florida governor, dude? Just be Florida governor.
No, that's my question. If you can't be president, what would you be politically?
Listen. No, I have no desire to be a governor of a state.
If you're
that's-
governor of Florida, I guarantee you can be president.
No, listen, that part, you know.
Not president in America, but we'll find a fucking place. Assyria. We're bringing back the empire.
Florida's going to secede.
That would be great. That would be funny. No, I have no desire for it. And here's the part, though. So the great thing is, like, when you know you can't compete for this one thing, okay? You know, legally, you can't. Laws. Doesn't matter how much you can't say you can't. What if? No, listen, you can't. Like, when you know you're vertical, you know, you can only jump 20 inches. I'm going to go be a dunk contest champion like Spud Webb, and I'm 5'7". Bro, you're not going to pull it off. You got a 20-inch vertical leap. You had nearly 50 inches, right? So in this part, I know it's not going to happen. What's the other part?
It could happen.
What we will do is we will compete in the media space, and we will compete in a very big way. Right now, man, you know what I'm doing right now? I have only one plan right now. Trying to put a super team together, brother. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. That's all I'm doing.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
all I'm doing right now is putting a super team together of people who love America.
Yep.
Who are, remember, the whole name Valuetainment is what? You have to bring value, but you have to be entertaining.
Yeah.
If you're not entertaining, our brand doesn't fit you, your person. You have to be able to entertain because it's just as important as bringing value. But if you can do both, you're a Valuetainer, even better.
One question about the DeSantis, quote unquote, flop when
Yeah.
he made the announcement.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm the PR guy, I say make it fail on purpose. I say, Elon, do me a favor, have the tech fuck up, make it look like, you know, I'm getting caught off a few seconds, make it look like we have to reboot it because you own the news cycle afterwards. HBO, the final episode of this show, there was a fantastic show, but not a lot of people are watching, called Mayor of Easttown. In the final episode of Mayor of Easttown, this is during the pandemic, halfway through the episode, the stream fails. Twitter is on fire. You can't go on Twitter without people talking about it nonstop. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Brilliant.
Listen, he got Trump to make fun of him about his address. So it's like you're almost playing the Trump game. So if I'm the marketing people behind DeSantis,
Yeah.
I win the news cycle because everybody's talking about me, good, bad, doesn't matter. And two, now I actually want to see what he was saying, so now you get the message across. Do you think that that was planned? Do you think they have somebody with some balls on the campaign?
I think it's less than 1% that was planned because Musk and Sachs, if you listen to the entire recording, Musk and Sachs were also putting plugs into Twitter in the future. It was just as much about Twitter's future and mainstream media's future as it was about DeSantis.
So it can't fail Twitter as well.
I think the brand actually was elevated. I would say it's 60 DeSantis, but I thought it was 40% yesterday about Twitter Spaces, mainstream media, Musk, Sachs, what they're doing. Those guys are going to be players. Obviously, Musk is number one, but in the media space, the game changed yesterday. 700,000 people are watching this thing and it crashes. Are you kidding? 700,000 people live in a room are waiting for this, and they had to go on Sachs's account because Musk's 130 million messed up the algorithm, so they went on Sachs. Sachs got 650, and it was fine. Everybody could listen to everything that was being said, and DeSantis made this announcement. Yeah, I think Twitter is going to be. I've said this the day Musk bought Twitter. I did a video and I said Twitter's going to be $1 trillion company. Okay, what they're about to do with Twitter, it's scary.
What are they about to do?
Tell
Oh
us.
my gosh.
What a great setup.
Me
This is
too.
why you need to be president. What we're about to do to China, we'll be back after the break.